Why is it that when a man practices seminal conservation, his entire reality begins to shift? Why does his mind sharpen, his energy rise, and his spiritual senses awaken? Why does he suddenly feel called toward a higher path, as if a forgotten power is returning to him? This is about energetic alchemy, the ancient understanding that your seed holds the blueprint of your soul's force. Your ancestors knew this. The sages knew this. And every ascending man is rediscovering it. If you have ever felt your confidence rise, your intuition sharpen, or your presence deepen while practicing retention, it is not an illusion. It is not placebo. It is the activation of a higher self-frequency sleeping inside your body. Today, you will learn the 3 hidden truths that explain why semen retention amplifies your spiritual power, and what happens when you begin to walk as a man who carries his divine energy with intention. Key 1. Semen is condensed life force, the essence of creation. Your semen is not just fluid. It is creation energy compressed into physical form. It is the only substance your body produces that can build an entirely new human being. Think about that. A single release contains enough divine intelligence to assemble bones, organs, thoughts, memories, consciousness. Now imagine that same power turned inward. When you retain, this energy, instead of leaving your body, begins to rise through your system. It strengthens your mind. It amplifies your will. It fuels your spiritual ascension. This is why retention gives you deeper focus, sharper intuition, increased vitality, a magnetic presence, emotional stability. You are literally circulating creative life force back into your own evolution. Retention is not suppression. It is transformation. It is alchemy. You stop leaking your divinity and begin feeding your higher self. Intuition, increased vitality, a magnetic presence, emotional stability. You are literally circulating creative life force back into your own evolution. Retention is not suppression. It is transformation. It is alchemy. You stop leaking your divinity and begin feeding your higher self. Key 2. Retention awakens the divine masculine frequency. There is a reason ancient spiritual systems called semen the energy of the gods. When men waste this energy, they feel anxious, confused, unfocused, spiritually empty, because they are draining their masculine charge, the energetic fire that drives purpose, discipline, and consciousness expansion. When you retain, something powerful happens. Your masculine frequency begins to stabilize. Your emotional energy becomes ordered. Your mind becomes clear. Your spirit becomes unshakable. This is why men on retention often feel more grounded, more confident, more spiritually connected, more in control of their destiny. Retention restores the divine masculine archetype inside you, the part of you that stands tall, honors truth, walks with integrity, and carries a powerful inner silence. You stop acting like a man who is drained and start rising as a man who is energetically sovereign. Key 3. Retention expands awareness and heightens ascension energy. Most men live trapped in the lower centers: desire, pleasure, impulses, dopamine cycles. But when you retain, your energy begins to rise naturally, moving from the root of survival toward the higher centers of awareness, intuition, and spiritual vision. You begin to sense things before they happen. You feel guided. You hear the subtle impulses of your inner knowing. Your consciousness expands. This is why ancient monks, yogis, warriors, and mystics guarded their seed fiercely. They understood that without energy ascension, there is no spiritual ascension. When retention is practiced consistently, your vibration rises. Your aura strengthens, your instincts sharpen. Your connection to the universe becomes intimate and clear. This is the true secret. Seminal energy becomes spiritual light when properly directed. Here are the practices that turn retention into true spiritual advancement. 1. Redirect the energy. When urges rise, don't fight them. Direct them upward through, breathing up the spine, placing awareness in the chest, grounding your feet, tightening your lower core. This circulates life force energy instead of wasting it. 2. Keep your mission forward. Sexual energy is chaotic without direction. You must anchor it into a purpose, a spiritual path, a discipline, a craft, a higher goal. Retention without purpose becomes frustration. Retention with purpose becomes power. 3. Purify your mind. Your energy cannot rise through a mind filled with lust, fear, distractions, negative impressions. Choose thoughts that elevate your vibration. I honor my energy. I walk with purpose. I ascend every day. I hold the frequency of the divine masculine. Your thoughts guide your energetic flow. 4. Meditate daily. A still mind holds more power. Retention increases your energy. Meditation directs that energy toward ascension. Sit, breathe, rise. You now know the truth. Seminal energy is divine energy. Retention gives you access to your creative power. It awakens your divine masculine frequency. It fuels your ascension and expands your consciousness. Retention is not just a practice. It is a spiritual path, a path of mastery, a path of awakening, a path of becoming the man you were destined to be. If this message strengthens your spirit, stay aligned with the still and strong journey. Subscribe, join this rising circle of awakened men, and continue activating your higher self with every video. Your transformation has already begun.